Hello again and a very good evening to you. Well, it's going to turn very cold as we head overnight tonight. Largely clear skies is the reason for that, and a very cold mass of air stuck over the UK. So that will give the risk of some frost and ice. Could be some pretty white scenes to wake up to first thing tomorrow morning. But through this evening, we'll see a feed of showers continuing across the northeast of England. That gives the risk of ice throughout the night here, and some showers just clipping the far southeast. These will tend to fade away through the early hours. Elsewhere though, clear skies. The blue develops on the map. That's where we're going to see a widespread and in places pretty severe frost. So here are your temperatures in towns and cities by dawn on Sunday. It's going to be cold right the way across the board, perhaps though the far southeast just hanging on to temperatures a little bit above freezing, but it's in more rural spots that we'll see those temperatures dropping lower. Could be as low as -14 across parts of Scotland. If we get down to that, we are looking at the coldest night here for 6 years. So a very cold start to the day on Sunday. We continue to see the risk of some icy stretches across the northeast, but for many, it's going to be a fine start to the day. Some mist and fog across parts of Northern Ireland into Wales. That'll melt away, and then we're left with a pretty fine picture. Notice the breeze in the south, though, particularly across the east and southeast of the UK. That's where it's going to be feeling colder. Despite the numbers saying 5 on the thermometer, it'll feel more like 2. Come further north, and that frost never really clears away, with temperatures struggling around freezing. And quickly as we head into Sunday evening, that blue develops quite widely on the map once again. Some further mist and fog likely for Northern Ireland, but elsewhere it will be largely clear skies. In the south though, cloud starts pushing its way in later in the night, and this acts like a blanket, keeping the temperatures from falling away too much here. Elsewhere though, the blue indicates another very cold night. Temperatures once again in our rural sites will be down sub-zero. So for many on Monday morning, it will be another cold start to the day. You might have to scrape the ice off the car. In the south, we do continue to see fairly dense cloud, and that could give a few spits and spots of light rain and drizzle, only very slowly creeping its way into the Midlands and Wales. Temperatures on Monday, still a pretty cold picture, struggling under the cloud, just 4 or 5 degrees, and even further north will be struggling, compensated a little by some sunny spells. But as we go into the middle part of the week, we do start to see a change in the weather. High pressure drifts its way over to Scandinavia, allowing low pressure to start coming in from the west. That gives this weather front here a squeeze on the isobars, strengthening winds. And as that front then pushes into the UK, it becomes fairly slow moving. So I think at times we'll see some thick cloud, outbreaks of rain, and eventually that'll start to introduce some slightly less cold air coming up to the southwest. But for more information on the weather where you live, you can always go online. Bye for now.